We searched for a man named Jim Sonnett. And the legends folks tell may be true. Most call him gunman and killer. He's my son, who I hardly knew. I raised Jim's boy from the cradle. Till the day he said to me, I have to go find my father. And I reckoned that's how it should be. So we ride, Jim's boy and me.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
Well, I hope so. We want 2 rooms. Now, any ordinary thing is fine for me, but for him, I'd like to have a real, honest-to-goodness, comfortable bed. No lumpy mattress now, you see. It's his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Well, have you got what we want?
The very thing. Eiderdown. That's goose feathers. Imported all the way from Austria.
How's that sound?
Well, look, if they went through all the trouble, I mean, all the way from Austria, who am I to say no?
I'll sign in this time.
You going to carry me upstairs, too?
What?
Come on, sign me. Get it over with here.
There you go.
Sonnett? That's your name? Well,
That's our name, Sonnett. Just like my grandson signed it.
You wouldn't be related to Jim Sonnett, would you?
We would.
He's my father.
You've been here.
Well, you might say he still is.
Where?
I guess you 2 rode in from the east.
Where is he?
Try the other direction, west. Along Main Street and around the bend.
Jim Sonnett's father and son.
Wait here. But stay here. I don't want you to see him this way. Jeff, come here.
Mr. Dummy.
More than that. It is your father, in effigy.
Why?
Your son murdered a man in cold blood, then ran off. He was tried anyway, and convicted. That's why. This town wants to remember what the name Sonnett means.
Well, it don't mean cold-blooded killer.
When was the last time you saw your son?
Years, but
Yes, and he was only here 5 months ago.
just the same, I know him.
And I know what I saw. He shot an innocent man. In the back.
Could it be true?
I don't know.
I don't want to believe it.
Me neither. Come on, Jeff. We got some looking to do.
Will!
Charlie!
Why, it is you, Will Sonnett. Why?
What do you know?
What do you know?
You're still robbing customers blind, are you?
What are you doing in Dayton Wells? That's a dumb question, wasn't it? I'm sorry, Will.
This is Jim's boy here.
I was out of town buying coach horses when it happened. Matter of fact, Jim come over to see me just before I left.
How did he look, Charlie?
As ever. Eyes looking past you at some horizon.
Hey, old man.
You talking to me?
Your name is Sonnett.
It is, and them's my horses.
I'm just saving you the trouble of walking back to the hotel after him. Road out of town is shorter from here.
Charlie, I know you must be still overcharging for boarding horses, but what can I do?
Will, I think it's best that you and the boy leave Dayton Wells.
The sorrel needs shoeing, too. Just my luck to be stuck with your prices.
Will, take my advice.
Charlie, if I needed your advice, I'd take it. Honest, I would.
There's nothing you can do here. You're not going to hang around for that. That's nothing but a dummy. It's not important.
Maybe important enough to get cut down. Coming, Jeff?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
We'll take them keys now.
Keys?
For the rooms we signed for.
Oh, I'm sorry. I made a mistake.
Well, now you're going to tell us they was reserved or something like that, huh?
Something like that.
Keep an eye on him, Jeff. See that he stays right where he is. Use this if you have to. Nothing much to lose since there's such a disease around here anyways.
Where are you going?
I'm going to have a talk with the lady that seems to run things around here.
She doesn't run anything. She's just a guest in this hotel. Let her alone. She's just a widow lady. Your son did enough killing her husband that way.
I don't want your sympathy.
Just the same, ma'am. I am sorry it was your husband.
Yes, and you're sorry it was your son.
Mrs. Hager, it's hard for me to believe that...
Don't you see, it doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't alter anything. Carl Hager is dead and buried while Jim Sonnett is alive and free.
Well, it just ain't like James.
How do you know what goes on inside of a man?
I helped make that man. Maybe only in a little way, but I did give him something to live by.
What? A gun? Please, Mr. Sonnett, you and your grandson leave. There's been enough violence in the name of Sonnett in this town. Just leave well enough alone.
I can't, ma'am, till I'm sure it's well enough to leave alone.
Don't look for things that aren't there.
I have to look until I'm satisfied.
He was tried.
What kind of a trial? He wasn't even there to defend himself.
He had a better chance to defend himself than my husband did.
I've got to know all there is to know about my son.
Yes. Well, maybe there are a few things you should know about my husband. I'm sure you don't know what it's like to move from town to town, place to place, only to have bad luck waiting for you. Do you realize how helpless that can make a man feel? But he never complained. Carl always said every day was another chance, and he believed it. Finally, when we came to Dayton Wells, I thought his luck had changed. Mr. Braden, the owner of the general store, he was looking for a partner, someone to help him run his business. He agreed to accept what little money Carl had and trust him for the rest. The partnership papers were to be signed the next morning. But my husband wasn't alive the next morning. And his money was gone, and so was your son. There's something else you should know, Mr. Sonnett. What it's like to be a woman who's lived with pride all her life and then suddenly become dependent upon the charity of others for the clothes on her back, the roof over her head, and the food she eats. What are you waiting for, Mr. Sonnett? Tears from me? Well, I can't cry. I have nothing left to cry with.
She said James was a thief and a coward. Charlie, did you ever hear of him stealing or sneaking off in the night, a coward?
A man changes, especially a man that leads Jim's life. Oh, just let it go, Will.
I'm his father. Doing that would make me the same as the others.
But there's no question of his guilt according to the facts.
What facts? Mrs. Hager could have seen that shooting all wrong. She's his wife, Charlie. She's bound to be partial. You gonna argue that?
I wouldn't, except for one other fact. Marion Hager wasn't the only one who saw the shooting. There was another witness.
What did you see?
Well, just like I told him. Sonnett with his gun drawn, Hager with his back to Sonnett, gunshot, Sonnett riding off.
Boy, I heard that Hager was just riding back from Whiteville.
So?
Well, nobody seemed interested in what he was doing over in Whiteville.
It wasn't important. What was important was that Hager got himself shot in the back, and I saw it.
Maybe you could have made a mistake, huh? It was night, heavy shadows and all that.
Oh, here was a full moon, no shadows, all out in the open, right in the plaza, right near where the scaffold is now.
You're positive it was Jim Sonnett, huh?
Well, that's what I said. You doubting my word?
No, I just wanted to be sure.
Who are you?
It might not have been the way you told it. Maybe Haggard drew first, or maybe...
That's enough.
Who is he?
Jim Sonnett's father. And he's just asked his last question. You gonna get out of town?
You gonna use that?
If I have to.
Well, right now, it looks as though you're gonna have to. Mister, when you aim a gun at me, you better be ready to squeeze that trigger.
What you aim on doing?
I aim on cutting this down.
Cutting it down, huh? Hey, little brother, you hear that? I guess he don't know it's against the law to deface a public monument.
That ain't no public monument.
Sure it is.
No, it ain't. That's his daddy.
What's your name, boy?
Don't call me boy.
Now, what am I going to call you when I don't know your name?
Sonnett.
You better give me that knife before you cut yourself. You hear me, boy?
Let him alone. Grunt, get out. Shut up. It's all over.
It's over and we say it's over, old man. Now get.
Young fella, if you so much as slip a finger near that trigger, you're going to find yourself without a usable gun arm for some time.
That right?
No brag, just fact. What are you doing here?
Don't treat me like a baby.
Then don't act like one. I gave orders for you to stay in the stable. And I don't give orders just to exercise my lips.
Why did you have to butt in? Well, they got their opinion of Pa. And now they got one of me hiding behind your gun. I didn't need you. All you did was make it worse. I can fight my own battles.
In case you're interested, them was the mayor's sons.
Well, he should learn them to be more respectful to their elders.
They're gonna make things tougher for you, Will.
I expect.
But you're staying on anyway?
You can bet on that, Charlie.
Well, it's not much, but you and the boy can sleep in the hayloft at the stable.
What do you mean, not much? A lot better folks than me has slept in a manger.
You sleep?
No.
Can I talk to you? Sorry about what happened.
No, I don't know. Maybe sometimes I hold too tight a rein on you.
Still didn't give me no cause to talk to you the way I did.
No, I reckon that's Sonnett's way. Young or old?
No brag, just fact.
Didn't have a chance against them spoilers. Taking on two of them was a brag.
Just the same, I could have gotten in some good licks.
Now, I suppose that is a fact. Get them horses out first. Ollie.
They said you wouldn't be coming back.
You can't believe everything you hear in this town. Not even at a trial. You ought to know that, Ollie.
Well, what do you want with me?
Well, now, you should know that, too.
But I told you everything.
How could my son have stolen Hager's money when Hager didn't have any money that night?
I don't know anything about that. All I know is Hager was shot in the back.
Yeah? But by who?
Haven't you Sonnets done enough?
Not all we're blamed for.
Well, if you hadn't come back, Ollie would still be alive.
It was Ollie's conscience that struck him down more than me.
When are you going to stop nosing around?
When I get my son's name cleared.
He's far away and alive. That should be enough for you.
No, but it seems like enough for you. As long as it's just a straw man hanging out there, your conscience is clear.
I have nothing to feel guilty about.
I just got back from Wyattville. They're a mite more helpful in that town. It's no news to you that there was a big poker game over there that night. The night my son was supposed to short your husband in the back and run off with his savings. But how could he have done that when your husband didn't have his savings with him? He left them back on that poker table in Wyattville. He was busted flat. Over in Wyattville, I got me a complete different picture of your husband. Of course, you're his wife, and like you said, a prideful woman. But tell me this. Did you hate him enough to shoot him in the back?
Hate? At that moment, there wasn't even that much feeling for him. It was late. Ollie was driving me to Wyattville to find him. We ran into him near the plaza. When he struck me, Ollie tried to protect me. So we turned on Ollie. And I shot him. It wasn't just bad luck with Carl. He threw every good chance he had away. When we came here, I thought, this is it. This time it'll be different. And you know something strange? That's exactly the way it was for me. He gave me something in death that he denied me in life. I had a position in the community. People were respectful to me. No more dodging bill collectors, no more sneaking out of town in the middle of the night. Finally, I had something substantial. Finally, I'm somebody.
Are you? Feeling better now?
Yeah. I knew I was right about Paul.
Takes a wise child.
Hey, I just remembered.
What was that?
We forgot all about celebrating your birthday.
Oh. Seems to me we got something a good deal more important. Well, come on, son. We got us a ways to go. These things doth the Lord hate. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren.